Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well, because I am here with another video, and it's a follow-up on, but basically it's a follow-up on my 2018 World Cup predictions. So this is the Euro 2020, or 2021 rather, predictions. It all works out the same. You have to choose the top three teams in each group in order of position. So whoever you think would finish first, you obviously select them first, and then so on. Now, of course, this could all change with the current climate of the ESL and whatnot. So, but based on the current squads that every team has, that's what we're going to run it from. So let's take a look at each group. So in Group A we have Turkey, Italy, Wales and Switzerland. In Group B we have Denmark, Finland, Belgium and Russia. Group C we have Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria and North Macedonia. In Group D we have England, Croatia, Scotland and the Czech Republic, or Czechia. Group E we have Spain, Sweden, Poland and Slovakia, and in Group F we have Hungary, Portugal, France and Germany. So obviously we're going to work in alphabetical order, so of course that would mean we're going to do Group A first, working our way downwards. So I think the winner of Group A will be Italy. I think second place maybe Switzerland, and I think third will be Wales. I think that's a fair enough assessment. I think first place in Group B will be Belgium, purely because they do have a very, very good team. Seeing as they won third place in the 2018 World Cup, beating England, of course. So I think Belgium will win their group, and I think Denmark will finish second, and it will be close between Denmark and Russia. That's what I'm predicting. So Finland, I think, will be eliminated. Now, first place would probably be the Netherlands, but again, we never know, but I'm just going to guess the Netherlands will come first. Second, I think, will be Austria. And now we have a choice between Ukraine and North Macedonia. Now, I really don't know, because Ukraine's last major competition they were in was quite a while ago, as was North Macedonia. However, obviously teams could have changed by then. So, like, you know, they could have called up new players, and on that basis, I would probably have to say Ukraine. Of course, these are all guesses. I mean, you could leave your predictions down below in the comments, and I'll also paste this link as well in the description, so then you guys can do it here and perhaps make your own videos. So, Group D now. Now, I may be biased, but I think England will win that, and I think Croatia will be a solid second. Now, between Scotland and Czech Republic third, I generally think Scotland might tip Czech Republic. Maybe by a point, or maybe by a couple of goals, but I think Scotland will tip Czech Republic. Group E, I think Spain will win that, because they have, again, like Belgium, they have a really, really good team. But Spain got knocked out, I think it was in the round of 8 in the World Cup, I can't remember. Second position, I think, will be Poland. And I think in third place will be Sweden. And Group F. Now, Group F, everyone will probably say, oh, that's so simple. It's going to be France, Germany, and Portugal. However, it could happen, but it could be a surprise, perhaps. Who knows? But I think France will win the group, basing on the fact that they won the World Cup and they still have basically all of those players anyway, so they still have a really solid team that's capable of winning, like capable of going all the way. I think Germany will be second, even though they had that dreadful World Cup, where they got eliminated in the group stages, in fact, courtesy of South Korea rather, sorry. But I think Germany might come second in their group, and third place, even though I said there would probably be a surprise, I generally think Portugal might. Just because I'm not sure how strong Hungary's team are. So, third place rating. Make sure you have selected a third position team in each of the group above. Then pick your top 4 best third place teams, the ones you will think you'll finish the group stage with the most points. So now we have to choose out of the teams that we've chosen for third place, which are Wales, Russia, Ukraine, Scotland, Sweden and Portugal. I have to pick my top 4 best third place teams. So I'm assuming Portugal, Russia, I think Scotland and Sweden. That's what I think. So now we go to the round of 16 fixtures. So if this were to play out, we'd have Italy versus Austria. We would have Switzerland versus Denmark, Belgium versus Portugal, Holland versus Sweden, Croatia v Poland, France and Russia, Spain and Scotland, England and Germany. Now, I think Italy will win that. I think... See, Switzerland and Denmark, they're both, don't get me wrong, they're good teams, but I've never really compared them against each other, you know, so I wouldn't know. But if I had to guess, well, had to say rather, I generally think it might be Denmark. Sure, you can go in the comments all you want, but these are, you know, they're my predictions, and like I said earlier, you can feel free to do your own, but that's what I think. Belgium and Portugal, now that is a very interesting one. I think, out of Belgium and Portugal, I think Belgium may beat Portugal. It will be a close game, don't get me wrong, but Belgium might come out on top. Netherlands and Sweden. I think the Netherlands will win that. Croatia versus Poland. Now that is a tough one. However, I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to guess, I reckon Poland will win that. France v Russia. I think it's safe to say France might win that. Now we've got Spain versus Scotland. I mean, to be fair, even if Scotland get this far, then top's up to them. But I think this will probably become as far as they go, to be honest with you. And England v Germany. I think there's going to be a little bit of bias there. But now we're on to the quarterfinals. So we have Poland versus France, Belgium versus Italy, Netherlands versus Denmark, and Spain versus England. I mean, we all know that England are capable of going all the way, as are most of these other teams. So again, Poland versus France. I think France will be the victors. Belgium and Italy. I generally think Italy will come out on top. And Netherlands and Denmark. I think we're going to have Netherlands win, and I reckon England could push Spain, to be honest with you. France versus Italy. The two European, well, not including Germany because they're not here, two European football giants. But I would have to say France. And I generally think that England would beat the Netherlands. Now we're on to the finals. The finals, which I think should have been the final of the 2018 World Cup, but we'll all beg to differ. So it's France versus England in the finals. See, France are a really good side, because obviously they proved they could go all the way because they won the previous World Cup. But England do have a revitalised team, and they are also really good, you know, with the likes of Jadon Sancho and Jude Bellingham, etc., etc. What and the revival of some of the players' careers after finding their feet at different clubs. So, if we were to base it on revitalising careers, then I think England would win. However, France recently have proven that they can go all the way. So this really is a tough one. And however, England do have like really good younger players. I mean, as do France, but England as a whole team have a lot of younger players who could probably go further. So basing on that alone, I'm not being biased at all in any way, I do think England could potentially win it. And we have the most predicted winners here. In fact, 20% of people have predicted France would win, and then there's England in second position with 15%, and Belgium a third, also with 15%. So those are my predictions, just to run through. So I predict Italy, Switzerland, Wales, with Turkey going out. Belgium, Denmark, Russia, no Finland. Holland, Austria, Ukraine, North Macedonia out. England, Croatia, Scotland. Spain, Poland, Sweden, and France, Germany, and Portugal. And then the third place rating, Portugal, Russia, Scotland, Sweden. Then there's the round of 16. Then there's the quarterfinals and the semi-finals. And there's the final with everyone's predicted winner. Now, like I said, these are just predictions. I mean, I can't tell the future. But those are just my predictions. And you can feel free to comment as well. Comment, like, or even just comment down below what you think your predictions are. But I will also leave the link in the description below, so you can use this to do your own prediction videos. But as I said, these are my predictions, and I got quite a lot of feedback on the 2018 World Cup one, and you know, any feedback is good feedback. So again, these are my predictions, so you don't have to go and say, oh, you're wrong. I could be wrong, but these are predictions. That's what the word predict means, to guess. So instead of just saying people are wrong, you could just leave your own predictions in the comments or whatever. So again, I'll leave this in the link in the description below, and I will see you in the next video, and goodbye.